started Taekwondo in 1992, so I know that sounds like an eternity ago now when I mention it. But one of the great things about learning Taekwondo is all the different people you meet, different walks of life, different ages, backgrounds, and so on. Um, and I've also been teaching Taekwondo since 1999. And one of the best things about having an established school for that period of time is that you become friends with your students and their parents and so on. An example from yesterday, which is why I'm talking about it now, is a good friend and student of mine, Mike, um, decided to come back to training. So he'd had a gap for some years. We've stayed in touch, and we meet up every now and again to catch up. Um, but it was a bit of a surprise that he decided to come back to training with his son. His son's now 11 years old. And again, looking back, Mike started training about 25 years ago. Um, and I remember it vividly. I remember when those guys walked in the hall, and really doesn't seem like that long ago. But it's great. It's great that they feel they can come back. And that's something I learned from my own instructor, is that people come and train with you and they leave. And there's a whole host of reasons why they might not continue training at that time. But if you always let them know that your door is open for them to come back, or just to come pop in and say hello, um, it gives it gives that opportunity for things like that to happen. So yeah, I'm really pleased about that. And also, Mike's agreed to do an interview with me, so I've got a couple of interviews lined up. So starting this podcast, I mentioned that I want to interview both instructors, coaches, instructors slash coaches, and practitioners. So Mike comes under both those headings in terms of his relationship with me, because as well as being one of my students, he's also been. I've used him as a personal trainer and also a running coach. So he'll give a really interesting aspect from both sides, from both points of view. So I'm looking forward to that. And my daughter Christina is going to be has agreed to be interviewed as well. So that should be good. But yeah, on the subject of people coming back and Mike popping in yesterday, it reminded me of another student. So when I started the school, I kind of encouraged lots of people to come down from my parents' school, and also people I worked with said, why don't you come down and try Taekwondo? And a friend of mine came down with her daughters. We're going back, I'm talking about 1999. So she trained and her two daughters trained, and they were youngsters. So probably when they stopped, they were probably something like 13 and 15, around that kind of age. And that was because their mum had moved away or moved out of the area. It became less easy to get to training. And then years later, one of the daughters came training with her daughter. So again, just having that door open and having the school always there and always available just leads, allows that sort of thing to happen. And it's great. Anyway, I'll leave it there for now. And so if you get a chance to join some sort of club or school, whether it's a martial art or a boxing gym, I'm sure you'll make some great friends, lifelong friends, as well as, get a chance to be stronger and fitter. Anyway, have a great day.